University of Louisville football team. Thank you for having us. My name is Kyle Bolin. Alongside me is Travion Samuel and Charles Stanberry. And today we're going to talk about the transition of athletes into the real world. We have 4 stages. The first stage is the cause of career termination and then how you accept it. There's 4 factors, as you can see. The first factor is age, deselection, injury, and free will. Age is the number 1 reason, and that's pretty much obvious. As you grow old and your body's going to get worn out. You're not going to have the physical strength or the physical size to perform your job on the football field. The next one is the deselection. Unfortunately, not everybody in this room is going to be drafted to the NFL. Sometimes guys' skills are different. They're not as fast, they're not as strong. But that doesn't mean you can't be successful in the real world. The third one is injury. Now, I was an athlete back in the day, and I can tell you firsthand experience, you can't control injuries, and you're not going to be able to predict injuries. So you got to understand that at any time that you step on the field, that could be your last opportunity. And the fourth one is free will, and that's the one you're kind of seeing is more popular in today's society, especially in the NFL. You're seeing guys retire at a younger age, basically because they understand how physical the game is, and they want to make sure that they're able to support their family and spend time with their kids and love their wife without being in a situation where they can't do so based off injury. Next will be Travion Samuel, and he'll be talking about the second stage.
Hey you guys, I'm going to be talking about stage 2 of adapting to the career transition outside of football and outside of sports. The 5 factors that may have been the most impact on athletes and adapting to the career transitions are developmental contributors, basically getting your living situations together and finding ways for your family and for your kids to maintain outside of sports when you're done playing the game. Self-identity, basically when you look yourself into the mirror and realize that your time is up. You can't go back and you can't regret it. Can't go back and give it all. You gave it everything you had. And perceive control, basically controlling everything outside of football. Your life, your family, your kids. You still got a real world out here besides sports. Everything not based off sports in your life. And then your social identity, basically maybe a lot of you was a man in life. I was the man at one point in life. And sometimes it's gonna be a true test to you. Sometimes you have to sit back, be patient, or a lot of things may have came easy back when you was a man, but now it's kind of hard on you. You feel me? So and then tertiary contributors, basically just to set you up. People you may have met in college, and you never know what they may have known or what they have pursued in their career. So you may need those people later on down the line. And now we're gonna have Charles Stanberry come in and present stage 3 of the adapting to the transition of outside of sports.
Hello everybody, I'm Charles Stanberry once again, and today I will be talking to you about stage 3, the resources for adaptation to career transition. The main 3 resources athletes use most often in adapting to career transition are coping strategies, social support, and pre-retirement planning. An example of coping strategies would be having a strict workout plan and maintaining it. For example, you have a lot of guys, you have strength and conditioning coaches who have workouts for you Monday through Friday, or Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, or Tuesdays and Thursdays, whatever way they choose to run it. An example of social support is when you have your friend and family outside of sports motivating you and encouraging you just to make that transition from being that man that everybody look at you at the university, being that guy, to going into the real world. And you also have the example of pre-retirement planning. And what that is it's like making a savings account, once you get all this money at your university, or whenever which some of you guys may have a chance to go to the NFL and like saving money, putting money to the side for your family, just to build a strong foundation for your kids.
All right, the last stage is stage 4, the quality of career transition. One of the major crises of career transition is the dysfunctional responses of some athletes to retirement from sport. Now, this can be very, very serious. Studies show that alcohol and drug use play a pivotal role in the way people cope with ending their career-long sport. So obviously, you know, your family, your friends are going to be affected by that. So you got to make sure that you have enough self-control and responsibility to not allow that to be your way to get out of, get rid of the struggles and the hardships that you may have because you're giving up the sport that you've known your whole entire life. And that's very, very important to me. It's very important to them. It's very important to everybody in this room that you find a way to cope with, you know, this transition. But I just want to thank you all very much for being such a good audience and really respecting us as we gave you this presentation. I hope you took a lot from it, and I hope that it'll benefit you when the time to hang up the cleats comes around. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone have any questions?